Today I am back here with a new video of nutrition of class 7 second chapter, which is nutrition in animals. Now the different ways of taking food. Now each species or type of organism has their own way of taking food inside their body. Now bees and the hummingbirds suck plant nectar. In fact, of humans and some animals feed on their mother's milk. Snakes such as python consume the animals upon which they prey, and the aquatic animals filter small food particles floating close by and feed on them. Now the digestive system in humans. The digestive tract and the associated glands together constitute and make the digestive system in humans. Now this constitutes the whole path along which food moves through the body, starting from the mouth and ending at the anus. The digestive tract includes the esophagus, stomach, small intestine, and the large intestine. Salivary glands, liver, and pancreas are the major digestive glands in our body. The buccal cavity. The buccal cavity is commonly known as the mouth, and it is the beginning of the digestive system for humans. It consists of the tongue and the teeth. Now teeth helps in chewing food and breaking down food into smaller particles. Tongue, fleshy, muscular organ attached at the back to the floor of the buccal cavity. Saliva is secreted in the mouth and helps in the breakdown of food. Tongue. It is a muscular organ which is fleshy in nature, attached to the base of the buccal cavity, and it helps in the mixing of saliva with food while chewing and aids in the swallowing. The tongue possesses taste buds that helps us to recognize the different taste. To decay. Bacteria present in mouth break down the sugars present from the leftover food and release some kind of acids. These acids gradually damage the teeth and results it in the tooth decay. Esophagus or the food pipe. The food that is swallowed passes into the esophagus. It is a muscular tube about the 25 centimeter long with a sphincter or the valve or the opening at the each end. Its function is to transport food and fluid after being swallowed from the mouth to the stomach. Food is propelled down by as there is the movement through the walls of the food pipe. Stomach. It is a thick walled bag like structure. It obtains food from the food pipe and opens into the small intestine towards the other opening. The inner lining of the stomach produces the mucus, the hydrochloric acid, and other digestive juices. Food is churned into a semi-solid mass in the stomach. The enzymes present in the gastric juice disintegrate the food. Hydrochloric acid helps in the partial digestion of proteins and also kills the harmful bacteria. Small intestine. This is a highly coiled organ of 7.5 meters length. It receives secretion from the liver and the pancreas. The complete digestion and absorption of food takes place in the small intestine. The inner walls of the intestine have finger-like outgrowth which are known as the villi. Now villi increase the surface area for absorption of food. Each villus has a small network of blood vessels. Absorbed food by villi is transferred to the body via the blood vessels. Large intestine. It is a wider and shorter than small intestine. It is of 1.5 meter in length. Absorption of water and salt from the undigested food occurs in the large intestine. Remaining wastewater is passed out through the rectum. The time to time fecal matter is removed through the anus by the process of egestion. Now anus. The anus is the opening at the end of the human digestive tract. The removal of fecal matter from the large intestine occurs through the anus, and this process is called egestion. Saliva and the salivary glands. 3 pairs of salivary glands are present around the mouth, and they pour their secretion saliva into the mouth by the salivary ducts. Saliva has mucus and the salivary amylase. The mucus helps in the easy passage of food through the pipe, and salivary amylase is an enzyme responsible for the breaking of starch content of food into the simpler sugar particles. The gallbladder. The gallbladder is a simple pear-shaped organ present under the liver on the right side of the body. It stores the bile juice secreted by the liver. Bile plays an important role in the digestion of the fats. Ingestion. The process of taking food inside the body is known as the process of ingestion. Digestion. The breakdown of complex components of food into a simpler substances is called digestion. Partial digestion takes place in the stomach and complete digestion takes place inside the intestines. The absorption and the assimilation, which is done in the small intestine. The digested food is taken up by the blood vessels lining the small intestine's wall. The phenomenon is referred to as the absorption. The inner walls of the small intestine have many finger-like outgrowths called villi. The substances that are absorbed and transported through blood vessels to various organs of the body, where it is utilized to build some of the complex substances like proteins which are essential for our body, and this process is known as the assimilation. The digestion happened in the grass-eating animals or the herbivorous animals. Digestive system in grass-eating animals is different from that of the man. These animals are chewing continuously even they are not eating. They swallow the grass very fast and store it in a chamber called rumen. In the rumen, the bacteria partially digest the food and now it is known as cud. Later, cud reverts to the mouth and animals chews it again slowly and slowly. They also have very long intestine which helps in the complete digestion of cellulose, the main component of grass. Cellulose the human body cannot digest because they are not having that kind of digestive system. Cellulose can be only digested by the grass eating animals or the herbivorous animals. The cud. Now partially digested food returned from rumen into the mouth for further chewing is called as the cud. Rumination. Rumination is the process by which the cattle regurgitates previously consumed feed and masticates it the second time. The rumination is the process that the curd which was being inside the rumen, stored in the rumen chamber, back again the cow, bake them back in the mouth and chew them again for the further digestion. This process is known as the rumination. Now what about the feeding and digestion in amoeba? Amoeba is a unicellular organism. Amoeba is a single cell organism, microscopic in nature and found in the pond water. Amoeba regularly changes its shape and position. Now amoeba is a unicellular organism which was present in the different kind of pond water, and it is of a free shape. It can be of any shape. It can be either in this shape or it can be either in kind of this shape, and it is available, it can be present in every shape. And amoeba is being consisting of some of the main particles inside their body, which is a nucleus and other kind of some of the vacuoles which help in the coming inside of digestion and the removal of the wastage which was created. And these are the false feet of amoeba, which are also known as the pseudopodias, and these are the false feet which helps them to take the food inside their body. The process of digestion in amoeba. Now amoeba captures the food particles with the help of the pseudopodia, which I told you are the false feet of amoeba. This process is known as the phagocytosis. A food vacuole is thus created with the food material which is inside. The digestive juices are produced into the food vacuole when it is moving through the cytoplasm. They act on the food and disintegrate it down into the simpler substances, and the digested food is then absorbed. Finally, the food vacuole opens to the outside and the undigested food is released into the surrounding water. Thank you. It was just for the today video. We will meet you in the next video. Bye, dad. Stay connected. Stay tuned. Thank you.